What's up everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the Clan War Leagues here in Tribe Gaming and seeing where we finished in the world this month in June of 2020. But first, real quick guys, I want to remind you, if you do want to support me in-game, go into your settings, into more settings, scroll all the way down and type in Lexnos in your creator boost code guys. It really helps me out whenever you buy a gold pass for any gyms. Thank you so much for supporting me, and let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, so here we are with the top clans in the Clan War Leagues of June 2020 in Champs 1. Some familiar names here on the list in the top 10. If you scroll down, remember how earlier in the week I already showed you guys we lost our war on day 1 and we still were able to manage to come up and get 16th place in the world even with losing a war. So wow, pretty impressive stuff here from Tribe. If we didn't lose that first war, we would have been even higher, possibly in the top 10 depending on how we performed for the rest of the week. We didn't quite try as hard in the later days in the week because we already knew we weren't going to make top 4, but we still got pretty dang close even though we lost a war, which is somewhat impressive here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the week, see how everybody did. Here in Tribe Gaming, we did get 323 stars. As you can see there, that's how we did on the week. We did lose that first war to Iron Hawks, which costed us 10 stars at least, possibly 12 if, you know, we had gotten a few more triples to win the war. So we could have been a lot higher on that list. Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a look at some attacks here. So let's jump straight into, I think we're going to start with day 3 because I showed day 1 and 2 already before in a previous video. Let's go ahead and check out some of our triples here from day 3. You're going to start off with Crisco coming in here with the Queen Charge Hybrid, guys. You already know it. Queen Charge Hybrid is honestly the most versatile attack in the game right now. That and Yeti Smash is just what we're consistently using the most of. We are using a few other attack strategies, but Queen Charge Hybrid and Yeti Smash are probably the two most popular ones. Also quite a few dragon attacks here and there. But he's going to be dropping the Queen here right at 6, letting the CC pull to her immediately. He's going to have to drop an early rage because that Warden and those Teslas pop, and they do a ton of damage to the Queen here. So here we go. The poison spell is going to get those witches down. Then she's going to step up, get the Warden, get the Teslas, and he's going to wait to see which way she's going to walk. There are 3 ground expos on this base and 1 on air, so he preferably would want his Queen to walk to the right here, but she might not do that. We'll have to wait and see. So we'll fast forward a little bit through this. He's already going to have to drop the next rage, and it looks like she's going to the left, so he's going to go ahead and start the hybrid on the right side, straight into the Town Hall, guys. He's just going to hybrid the whole base. Pretty much. The healers swap really early because those expos weren't on the Queen for a second, and so that's not good. That means she's going to die soon, but he's going to be able to get her ability off, and she's going to be able to step up for the scatter shot here, which is nice, and the enemy Queen with her ability. Rage spell being used in the core there, still has another heal to pop and a freeze to go. A lot of hogs pathed over to that bomb tower, and they're going to take a ton of damage, which is unfortunate. He heals there in the core on the main group of miners and hogs. Royal Champ's still at full health, which is nice, but the raged healers on the hybrid here, guys, that's what makes the difference. Those raged healers get so much value. They keep all your troops alive. The Warden and the RC are fighting the enemy King here now. With her ability, they should be able to take him out, and her ability is going to get a ton of defenses here. Gets that last Inferno Tower as well. The King with the Barbarians and the Wizards moving around the outside of the base. They're going to clean up all the trash. A couple of miners on the bottom side cleaning up the rest of the trash here, and that's going to be a triple. A nice little Queen Walk hybrid here from Crisco, showing you guys how on some of these ugly bases where you don't know where to charge, the Inferno Towers are too hard to charge, stuff like this, you can probably just walk the outside of the base, King and Siege Barracks on the other side of the base, and just hybrid the entire base. And if you get that healer swap, if you use your spells right, sometimes it's just powerful enough to take out an entire base. So hybrid is absolutely crazy right now. Let's go ahead and check out another attack, this time by Mito. He's going to be coming in with the Queen Charge Hogs on this one, guys. After this attack, we are going to take a look at all the members in Tribe Gaming, see how many stars they got, who got perfect 21 stars on the week, and who didn't. We actually had a couple players that did. Both Itsu and Elliott this week going 7 for 7 on one of their accounts each, so beautiful job by them. But let's go ahead and take a look at Mito's attack here. He's going to be using a jump spell on this one, which is why I wanted to show it. Not many people are using jump spells on their Queen Charges these days. I feel like it's just not the meta right now. It's more important to take freezes and more heals or more rages on most attacks, but Mito is going to show you here how to use this jump spell on this base to get really good value. That way his queen can get all the way to the eagle. She's going to get both scatter shots, the eagle, the queen, the warden, and just set up some really nice pathing for the hogs here. So he's going to have to fight the CC. It's going to take her 74 years here, but eventually she'll get through all those pups with the poison spell. So go ahead and fast forward through some of that. There goes the next rage. She's going to take out these scatter shots one at a time, and the enemy queen here. He's going to go ahead and freeze that queen just so he doesn't have to pop the ability. And then he's making a little bit more of a funnel on the left side because he wants queen to eventually take this jump straight to the core. Here he goes. He's going to drop another rage here just to keep the queen alive. There goes the last rage. He's out of rages, out of freezes, but he has the jump spell that he's going to drop right there. And notice how he drops it. He doesn't want queen to go into this left compartment here. So he drops it to where it just barely gets the right side of this junction because he wants her. She's on the left side. He wants to force her into the core. If he dropped the jump here, it would have forced the queen probably just into this compartment, and she would have gone this, and then just kept walking down for the bottom tower, the gold storage, and she would have maybe skipped the eagle. So beautiful jump placement there by Mito. It's very important that he dropped it like that and not over both compartments there. So she's going to get that eagle right away, then she's going to get the warden, and he's free to start the hogs as soon as he's ready. I believe he did it from the left side here. Let's take a look. She's going to get that wizard tower, and here come the hogs, just spreading them out. A long line of hogs there, using the battle blimp to make sure he gets that 2-star down. Even though the hogs probably would have pathed to it anyway, he's going to decide to use the blimp, and then he drops the king over at 630 to get the king trade here, so the king doesn't end up fighting all his hogs here, which is nice. There goes the heal on the backside for the hogs. Only has one heal here because he took the jump and still brought the freezes. Yetis and super goblins there in the battle blimp are going to get the 2-star. Nicely done. The Royal Champ and the hogs are pushing through. Not much splash for them to deal with, especially since the queen ability can get that last bomb tower. The hogs don't really have to worry about much splash other than a couple of wizard towers here on the back end, but queen's going to be able to tank or help take out one of them, and then eventually she's going to go back up for that other one, which is nice. Royal Champ's going to take out these skellies. Or the queen actually skips that wizard tower, but it's okay. The hogs and the Royal Champ at full health. He doesn't even need the Royal Champ ability here. Beautiful job with the queen charge hogs on this one by Mito. We'll go ahead and fast forward through that cleanup there. But that's going to be a nice triple. So that's going to be it for day number 3. Let's go ahead and take a look. We got 39 stars to their 32. But let's go ahead and see season info in our clan. Itsu and Elliott going 7 for 7, 21 stars. Itsu on his second account, 19 stars. Then Nick, Exilis, Huss, SLS. I went 3 for 7, but I had a 1-star. Just really unfortunate. I kind of really messed up one attack, so I should have had 17 stars at least. And then we got Crisco, Hooks, Surge, Nicholas, Eve Check, Z, Eve Check again, Wazman, and Mito. So overall, not a bad performance by Tribe Gaming. Even the people at the bottom, they're not at the bottom because they did really bad. They just didn't play every day, so that's why they didn't get as many stars. As you can see here, they just didn't have 7 attacks. But some of them still did really good. So that's how everybody did in Tribe Gaming this month. Let's go ahead and jump into day 4, take a look at a couple replays, and we're going to keep on going on. So we'll go ahead and take a look, or actually I think Itsu is going to be showing most of his attacks on his channel. So we'll go ahead and highlight Elliott, because he did go 7 for 7 this week, guys. Elliott is just OP, as you can tell from my last video titled Elliott is OP. He's just a straight god. So he's going to be dropping his queen over here with an ice golem. A bunch of Teslas pop, so it's a really good thing he used that ice golem. Otherwise, if he had just dropped the queen and the healers, he would have had to drop a rage right away. So got a little lucky with that, or just really good base identification. He was planning on Teslas probably being there. Even though all these attacks are fresh attacks, Baby Dragon being used to make a funnel over here on the right side. Queen's going to walk over to the right, use some wizards to funnel those army camps, and we're going to wall break to get Queen in. But the tornado trap's going to mess up that wall break. Look at that. The wall break actually damages the walls, but doesn't break them, even though it's a super wall breaker. Have you guys ever seen that before? That's just absolutely crazy. So he has to waste his second wall breaker just to get the first layer open. So already he's kind of off to a rough start, and he's like, okay, how am I going to get this second layer break? It kind of messed up his plan. He wanted to break again in over there to let Queen get a lot more value, but he's not going to be able to now. But luckily, Queen's still going to go down. She's going to get the Town Hall here. She's also going to get the enemy Queen. There goes another Rage. She still has another Freeze as well. And then he's just going to have to send the Hybrid and hope for the best at this point. So here the Town Hall's going to go down. He's going to freeze to keep those healers alive. So hopefully the Queen can stay alive. King's going to be used on the left side. Siege Barracks as well. And then just Hybrid right there from 5 o'clock. everything going in, trying to keep that queen alive, pushing her through into the core. He has another rage that if he wanted to, he could use on the hybrid here. So we'll see that CC's coming out. He's going to have to rage up the queen so she can get through that CC with the expos on her as well. Hybrid pushing through. Unfortunate that the eagle targets the royal champ. That really sucks when that happens. You don't want her to lose so much HP super early on. Hybrid pushing through, getting into that first Inferno Tower and into the eagle. Queen's going to take out these pups, and then she's going to help a hybrid push through the core here. They're going to get that eagle down, and they're pushing over into this left side Inferno Tower compartment where there is a skelly trap. He drops his last heal over that last scatter shot on the backside. Queen's going to get these storages. Hogs and Royal Champ pushing through. Still has both Queen ability and the Royal Champ ability that he can use whenever he's ready here. Miners pushing through. Pekka from the Siege Barracks on the left side, making a good funnel. Royal Champ uses her ability. She's going to get targeted by that single target Inferno, but luckily she's going to take it out just in time, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Still some Hogs from the Siege Barracks pushing through, and lots of Miners on the outside doing cleanup with that Pekka. They're going to be able to finish off the base, no problem at all. Doesn't even need the Queen ability, guys, even though he failed the wall break. He didn't get the second layer. Queen eventually beat through the wall, went right into the core, which is actually super perfect. If you can get your Queen charge into the core, it's pretty impressive most of the time. So here he goes with the cleanup. That's going to be a 3-star. Beautiful hit here from Elliott. Again, another Queen Charge Hybrid, guys. If you're tired of seeing Queen Charge Hybrid, I'm sorry, but it's just the meta. It's obviously the best attack in the game when you use it correctly. So that's going to be it for this day, day number 4, 38-31. We got the victory. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple attacks from day number 5. We're going to be starting off on attack number 6 here, which was from Surge. This one's going to be all Miners instead of a hybrid, so a slightly different variant to the Queen Charge Hybrid. No Hogs on this one. And we'll try to explain here why he decided to go with the Miners instead of the hybrid. So Queen's going to start walking to the left here. She can't reach that scatter shot, I believe, but she's going to go inside here for that builder hut, and they keep walking down. He has to rage her to keep her alive with that scatter shot. Single target Inferno do a lot of damage. There goes the freeze on the Inferno to keep Queen alive, and the wall breaker also finds the tornado trap, so he's going to have to do something here to the Inferno again just to keep the Queen alive. He's going to use the Royal Champ on the top side to get this scatter shot down since Queen cannot reach it. Then his Queen's going to fight the enemy Queen here. Is going to have to burn through the ability, unfortunately, but thankfully the Royal Champ gets that scatter shot on the last shot there. King makes a funnel over here on the left side. Queen's going to be able to take out this CC with her ability and the poison here. It's going to take her 17 months, so we'll go ahead and skip through some of that. She gets all the pups down, and he does still have one more rage that he can use on the Queen here to keep her alive. That way she can get the Warden and the Eagle. And then he's going to be able to use the Siege Barracks on the bottom side and all the Miners in between the Siege Barracks and the Queen. So they're going to go in for the Town Hall for the 2-star. Now the reason he went with all Miners instead of hybrid on this one, the Royal Champ was used early, so she's not going to be able to work together with the Hogs in unison, which takes away some of their value. 2, there's just a lot of high HP buildings here at the beginning, especially the first layer. We already missed it, but there were a bunch of storages and stuff, including the dark storage over here, and some of the storages and clan castle in the core. So he just wants the Miners to be able to get through it all together. If we're being honest, he could have taken hybrid and it probably still would have worked, but he wanted to be safe. He wanted to take all Miners. He wanted to make sure that Town Hall goes down to secure the 2-star, so that's why he decided to go with all Miners on this one. Has that extra rage that he didn't use on the Queen. She was able to get the Eagle without it, so he decides to use it on the Miners here. They're going to power through that Town Hall and that scatter shot and move into these last 2 Inferno Tower compartments where he can drop the last heal. Some Hogs come out of the Siege Barracks, so it kind of turns into a little bit of a hybrid on the backside here once the Hogs meet up with the Miners right here. And guys, once again, the healer swap onto the Miners is what makes all the difference here. Those healers, keeping the Miners topped off at full health, it really makes all the difference. I think if those healers had stayed in the core on like some archers or something from the Queen ability, I think this would have been a fail. Those healers on the Miners are just absolutely OP right now. If you can find a way to successfully get a healer swap or keep your Queen alive the entire time, your hybrid or your Queen Charge Miners or your Queen Charge Hogs attacks are going to go really, really well. But if your Queen dies and you don't get a healer swap onto the Miners, like if all the healers died too, you might be in trouble unless your pathing is just perfect and you set everything up nicely and you use all your spells perfect. But that's going to be a nice little Queen Charge Miner hit from Surge. Beautiful job on that one. And I think that's actually going to be it for day number 5. We'll take a look at the results. We only got 36 stars on this day, so not our best performance. But you know what? It's okay. We made up for it on some of the other days. And unfortunately, if we had just done a little bit better on a couple of these days, we might have made, you know, top 10, top 4 in the world possibly. Who knows? Some of those guys in the top 4 had some really high scores. Here's Itsu, and let's check out one of Eve Check's attacks here. on base number 3. Now this one was a pretty ugly base. Most of the clans that we faced against in this war, or in this week, had some pretty decent anti 3-star bases. I think this was the one clan that had some weird looking anti 2s, but Danny's going to show you guys how to take this one out with a Queen Charge Hybrid. Early blimp for that Inferno Tower compartment over at 1030. It's going to get all the defenses down there, pull the CC, and do about half the Queen's HP and damage there, and then he's just going to charge this top side compartment. He'll eventually be able to get to the Town Hall with a double layer break, but first Queen's got to take out that CC and King's going to make a funnel. It's going to take her 4 months to do it, so we'll skip through those lava pup kills. There goes the super wall breaker to give Queen access into this AD compartment here. King made the funnel on the outside, then he's going to want to beat through a wall here. A little bit unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Queen's going to go down. She'll be able to fight the enemy Queen here, so he drops that first rage. Next wall break going in on the top side. That way it'll give Queen access to the Town Hall, which is a perfect placement with that wall breaker. If you drop it over here on the top left because you're trying to target this wall, he might have gone for this corner because this storage is still alive. That's why he decides to drop the wall breaker just from right here, even though it breaks the outside as well. Queen shouldn't go outside the base because the King made the funnel out here. She should just wrap around back inside just like that. So that's exactly what he wants her to do here. She's going to go in, step up for this Town Hall and get it down, and then he's just free to hybrid the rest of the base here. Doesn't have the King for the funnel, doesn't have a Siege Barracks for the funnel, but he's still going to make it work because he's just an absolute beast. So here goes the Miners first, then the Warden, then the Hogs, then the Royal Champ. Just like I tell you guys, always drop them in that order. Miners, Warden, Hogs, Royal Champ. That way everything can meet up on that second layer all at the same time. He heals, he rages, he pops the Warden ability, everything just all at that same time there as they're pushing into the King and into the Eagle. That way everything can stay alive. So he has a ton of troops going into the core here. Queen's still alive, going to pop her ability for some of these defenses in the middle. That last scatter shot goes down. Royal Champ still at full health. He still has a freeze to use on the Inferno to keep the Royal Champ alive if she gets targeted here. But she's not getting targeted yet. Unfortunate that Warden got targeted because everything skipped that one Expo in the core. So Warden's going to go down, but it's okay. Royal Champ can eventually go back and get that Expo if needed. He freezes the Inferno Tower and the Wizard Tower there to try to keep some of the Miners and the Royal Champ alive. She's going to be able to get through that Inferno Tower and just use her ability here on the back end for some of the last few defenses, especially that Tesla on the right side, that Troll Tesla Queen finds the Tornado Trap. She's going to be able to get that Expo, which is just perfect. Now he can pop the Royal Champ ability. She gets the last 4 defenses, and it's all clean up from there. Beautiful, beautiful hit here from Danny. Again, with another Queen Charge Hybrid. We'll go ahead and watch the rest of this cleanup, and we'll go ahead and take a look at one more attack from this day. Nice hit there by Danny, though, with the Queen Charge Hybrid with the 2 super wall breaks. Let's go ahead and check out one more. We got 37 stars in this war, and we had 2 1-stars, guys. So really, it should have been a 39-star war on this day. This was just one of the days where we had a couple mess-ups. And honestly, sometimes it just happens, you know, and you can't really, I mean, I guess you can control it, but they were both really close to being 2 stars. They were actually pretty close to being triples if a couple things went differently. So on this one, Nicholas is going to be coming in with another Queen Charge Hybrid, guys. That's just, it's what Clash of Clans is right now. If you don't like Queen Charge Hybrid, then you probably are doing something wrong. Who knows? But he's going to be dropping the Queen over here at 4 o'clock. The King to make the funnel from 6 all the way around toward 8. He's going to be able to get the enemy Royal Champ. Queen's going to step up and get this King. He pulls the CC early. It's a triple Ice Golem here. He wants to wall break in over here on this bottom right side of the base. But there is a hole in the wall on that AD, which is going to make it really hard to wall break. So he's just going to kind of wait, see which way Queen's going to go. I think she's going to step inside the base here toward this single target Inferno Tower. He rages so Queen can kill the enemy King and those Ice Golems. King ability here on the left side. He's going to be able to get the enemy RC and keep making the funnel to the left. And if you can't already tell, the plan is to hybrid into the Town Hall here. There goes the Siege Barracks. He's going to already start off with the hybrid pretty soon to keep everything alive. The Queen's going down. He does have that wall breaker that he's trying to save. There goes the hybrid pushing in. He's going to time it perfectly so that way the single target Inferno does not lock onto the Queen here. That was the whole purpose of that. And then that wall break, I think he's just saving it because he can't cook super wall breakers anymore, so he's not even going to use it. Or he can use it on the back end if he really wants to. So he pops a Warden ability there over the Town Hall. They're all pushing through. A hybrid moving into the core here where these last two Inferno Towers are. He freezes the scatter shot and the enemy queen, which is a really high value freeze there. Queen gets one of the scatter shots. She's going to help take out some of these skellies. The wall break was used late to hit this junction here to give Queen access to that eagle. So the wall break was actually perfectly timed and placed so Queen can go in, get that eagle, continue her charge around the right side of the base here. Last heal going in. Unfortunately, he lost a lot of troops early on. That road champ also goes down, but he got through all the Inferno Towers and the scatter shots, which means if Queen stays alive and she beats out through the wall, she'll be able to finish off the rest of the base. If the hybrid can't, which is actually what he's going to need to do here because everything kind of died out toward that back end. Not much on cleanup either. All the wizards got hit by something. He has a couple loons that he can drop, but pops the queen ability. Luckily, there's a gap in the wall here so she can just walk right outside, and it's not going to be a time fail. So we'll go ahead and times 2 as the queen finishes the rest of this base off. Nice job there with the queen charge hybrid. What I really liked about that one was that late wall break for the eagle. Just absolutely perfectly timed it there. Queen's going to be able to get these storages, finish it off. He doesn't use those super goblins either because he wants to save them later, because I don't think he can cook the super goblins. I think he wasn't able to cook the wall breakers. So that's going to be it for day number 6 here, 37 to 32. Guys, we're just highlighting a couple of the best attacks from each day. Here on the last day, we were able to get 38 stars. So let's check out a couple of these attacks. We're going to look at Nick here on base number 2. He's going to be coming in, guys, with the mass hogs. This one's going to be absolutely funny on this ugly, ugly base here. This looks like a base you find in Titans League or something. It's not even that good looking at all. He's going to drop a freeze here on the Royal Champ and the Inferno Tower, so you can hopefully get both of those. Pop her ability. Uses another freeze just to make sure that Inferno is actually going to go down because he doesn't want to have to path to it later. Now, the reason he's using his Royal Champ early instead of with the hogs, you think, well, why the heck is he doing that? Well, he just doesn't want the Royal Champ. When he uses all the hogs, he doesn't want the Royal Champ to get distracted by, skellies or a Lava Hound or anything like that. But then he's going to be able to kill the CC with just a few sneaky goblins, guys. That's why you cannot put your Town Hall... I mean, he kills the Town Hall with just a few sneaky goblins. That's why you can't put your Town Hall on the outside of the base anymore. Those sneaky goblins are able to take out the Town Hall in like 3 seconds. So he is actually going to kill the CC over here at 6 o'clock. So we'll fast forward through that. Takes the baby dragon 17 years. Eventually he gets through it though, and then he's going to Sui his king and his queen over here for the enemy king and queen, and hopefully they're going to be able to get a scatter shot as well, but the queen's going to get distracted by that king and the skellies. I don't think she's even going to get the scatter shot, so he's going to drop the siege barracks up top to distract some of these defenses with an ice golem, and then all the hogs moving in from the bottom side, trying to keep that queen alive so she can get that scatter shot, and she does. Then he's going to be dropping heals through the rest of the base here, and he's not going to be shy with the heals, which is what I really like. He drops 1 heal early, and then he's going to drop 2 more heals right after that. Look at that, boom. Just so he can keep every single hog alive, because he has 5 heals, so there's no need to be shy with them. You keep those hogs alive as long as you can. You have so much DPS moving through the core of the base. There goes another heal in the core, and then another heal to use on the back end here, wherever he wants to. Maybe on the bottom side where he has these bomb tower and the 2 wizard towers here. Queen's still alive, getting some trash buildings in the core, which is nice. She's actually going to be able to step up for that wizard tower, which means he can use the last heal over here before he even gets to the bomb tower if he wants to. So beautiful job here with the mass hog attack from Nick. You don't see that every single day, so that was really cool to watch. And then he's got cleanup going through. Doesn't have a miner for the stuff in the core. So, he was kind of running a risk of time failing, but it's going to end up working out just fine. We'll go ahead and fast forward. He doesn't even need that last heal. Completely swags it here. Beautiful attack from Nick. Not going to use that super wall breaker either. He's saving it for the ESL 5v5 event that's coming up tomorrow. So here we go. We're going to show, I think, one more attack from this day. Yep, we'll watch my attack here on number 13. Finish off the video with this one. Another Queen Charge Hybrid, guys. I'm going to use a Yeti to funnel. Now the plan on this one, I wanted to send Queen into this Inferno Tower compartment at 6 and then see which way she's going to go. I wanted to get her toward the Town Hall. That was the goal. I was thinking eventually she might just beat through a wall right here to go toward the Town Hall, but she's actually going to reroute back outside and come this way. So I'm going to start the hybrid right here to force her inward toward the Town Hall. That way I know I'm going to get the 2-star. It was a little bit sketchy, but I saved my road champ until I was absolutely positive that she was going to go for the Town Hall. Then I dropped my road champ with the hybrid. So here we go. The initial part of the Queen Charge is pretty easy. Nice easy funnel on the right side with some loons. Yeti on the left side. She goes inside, gets the Inferno Tower. I don't even have to use one of my freezes for her to get that, which is nice. And then right here is where I'm waiting to see, is she going to beat a wall or is she going to reroute back outside the base? She's going to actually fight the enemy queen first and the CC, and she does it outside of the range of that single target Inferno, just barely, which is perfect. If she was in the range of that Inferno Tower, I would have had to use both freezes there, and then this attack would not probably have gone the way I went. So I'm going to start the king over here on the right side because I have a feeling she's going to go outside for this dark storage. So I'm going to try to start my hybrid right there to force her in toward the wall, but I started it just a second too late. She goes outside anyway. And then that skelly trap pops, and it also distracts the queen. So at this point, I was like, shoot, is she going to go for that cannon? So I popped the warden ability because of the eagle, and I'm saving the royal champ. I'm not yeah, where did I already drop her? Yeah, I already dropped the royal champ, but I'm saving the siege barracks. That's what I saved on this one because I was like, okay, if queen somehow walks to the right, I'm going to need to switch the siege barracks to a blimp so I can get the town hall. So I'm waiting to see which way queen goes, but then she goes in, but then I'm like, oh wait, I got a healer swap also. So will the queen stay alive long enough to get the town hall? I still have her ability. I heal in the core, freeze the queen and the eagle so the hybrid's not taking so much damage. At this point, queen's at full health with her ability, so I'm like, okay, she's for sure going to get the town hall. So I can drop the siege barracks over here to help the king on the outside, drop that last rage in the core to help the hybrid here. It's going to work out quite beautifully here. Everything pushing through, a heal, a rage. Those healers in the rage get so much value. They keep that royal champ at full health the entire time. And then everything going to push through. I still have a siege barracks with hogs in it that are going to come out later. I freeze the Inferno Tower to try and keep that royal champ alive, but the Skelly trap pops, and so she's going to get distracted by the Skellies, and she's going to end up dying to the Single Tower Inferno, but it's okay. I got way too many miners up, way too many hogs up from the siege barracks. P.E.K.K.A, King, Barbarians, Wizards all around the outside of the base. They're just going to do an absolutely OP job here, pushing through. Those healers as well. Still got like 4 healers working on the hybrid here, so even though there's a Tesla farm on the back end, it's not going to be enough to stop me. Nice attack here. And guys, that's going to be it for the Clan War Leagues here in Tribe Gaming in June. We did finish 16th in the world, even though we lost one of our wars, so we probably could have easily gotten top 10 if we didn't lose that first war. But, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes we just lose. So that's going to be it. We'll go ahead and take a look at the group one more time. 323 stars this month. I am going to be highlighting our performance in Tribe Academy as well soon, so if you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. And other than that, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think hybrid needs to be nerfed? Everybody's using hybrid right now. Who knows? I hope not, because it's my favorite attack strategy by far. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.